Wise or XE money transfer? Who's better? Today I'm going to help you figure this out by explaining all their differences. I'll cover the trust and credibility factor, features, fees and exchange rate, and customer support to find out who has the highest overall rating. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly who to choose. I'm not going to waste your time, so let's get straight into it. Let's start with a big question here. Is your money actually safe with these fintech companies? Wise is a publicly listed company in the UK, which means they're held to strict standards of transparency and accountability. XE Money Transfer, on the other hand, is owned by Euronet Worldwide, a large publicly traded company. Wise covers 190 countries around the world, while XE serves over 200 countries, meaning both companies must follow local rules in each country where they operate in, giving you that added peace of mind. The big difference here, though, is XE started as a currency information website, providing exchange rates, and then later they added the money transfer services. With Wise, your money is stored in major government-backed banks like Barclays, Citibank, and Chase, which is super secured just without the government insurance backing. XE doesn't hold your money long-term. Instead, they focus on transferring it quickly from sender to receiver. I've rated Wise a 9 out of 10 for trust and credibility. The only reason they lost that 1 point is because unlike traditional banks, they aren't backed by the government directly. XE scores equally at 9 out of 10, gaining points for their long history as a trusted currency information provider since 1995, and their established parent company, Euronet Worldwide. So round 1 is a tie. Both Wise and XE offer international money transfer, but they function very differently. Wise lets you hold over 40 different currencies, with 23 of them having their own local bank account details. XE is primarily focused on sending money rather than holding multiple currencies for you. They don't offer multi-currency accounts or local bank account details. A standout feature from Wise is their exchange rate alert system. You can set automated triggers to convert your money when rates hits your target. This is super useful if you're planning a large overseas purchase or wanting to lock in the best rate before your overseas trip. XE does offer rate alerts through their currency information service, but these aren't directly tied to their money transfer service. For everyday spending, Wise offers a physical debit card for a one-time cost of around $10. Plus up to 3 free digital cards. XE doesn't offer any debit cards or spending features. They're strictly only focused on money transfers. Where XE pulls ahead is with their extensive currency information service. They're one of the most popular sources of currency data online, providing historical charts, rate alerts, and currency calculators. They also offer 24/7 transfers with no maximum limits for most currency pairs. Wise does have transfers limit, which may vary with different currencies. I've scored Wise 9 out of 10 for features, deducting 1 point because it isn't available in all countries. XE scores 7 out of 10, gaining points for their excellent currency information tools and higher transfer limits, but losing points for the lack of multi-currency accounts, debit cards, and fewer overall banking features. Wise wins round 2. One of the biggest advantages of using specialized money transfer services is how low their fees are compared to traditional banks. With a local bank, you'd be looking at an international wire fees of $10 to $30, plus a higher exchange rate markup after that, making it very expensive. Both Wise and XE offer cheaper alternatives, but there are differences in their fee structure. Wise uses the mid-market exchange rate, the fairest and most transparent rate available, like the one you find on Google, and then they add a small but transparent fee on top of that. XE also claims to offer competitive rates, but they include their margin in the exchange rate rather than showing a separate fee, making it harder to know exactly what you're paying. Wise charges between 0.4 and 1.5% of the transfer amount, depending on the currency pair. XE doesn't charge a fixed transfer fee for most transfers, instead making money on the exchange rate margin. For some currency pairs, this can be competitive, but for most, Wise often comes out cheaper. Both services provide the exchange rate information up front, so you can verify what you're paying before confirming. Generally, from personal experience, I always find that Wise has the best rate regardless of the currencies and transfer amounts. But you can always check yourself using this exchange rate calculator by inputting the currency pair and the amount you want to transfer. And you'll be able to save even more money with this promotional fee-free transfer on your first £500 with Wise through my link here. So check out the description and claim this exclusive bonus offer. For ATM withdrawals, Wise gives you 2 free withdrawals each month, totaling under £200, which can come in very handy. XE, on the other hand, doesn't offer any card for ATM access since they're focused solely on money transfers. I gave Wise a 9 out of 10 for fees and exchange rates, as they're cheaper than all other options most of the time, and used a true mid-market rate. XE scores 8 out of 10 here. They're competitive for many currency pairs, especially for larger transfers, but their less transparent pricing model costs them a point. Wise wins round 3. Customer service can really make or break fintech companies, and I've had some interesting experiences myself. With Wise, I faced a situation in April 2023 where 14 fraudulent transactions hit my card from an old DD rideshare account. Wise blocked all of them, and although it took about 2 months to get my money back, which is longer than I expected, I did eventually receive it all. The process was smooth. I entered my phone number and they called me back right away to help me block my card and submit that fraud claim. And then they helped me arrange for a new debit card to be sent out for free. For general issues, both Wise and XE offer support through multiple channels. But the big difference is that Wise offers callback service, which makes dealing with any issues much simpler. XE provides 24/7 phone support in multiple languages, plus email and chat options, which is really great for urgent transfer issues. They also have offices in several countries, allowing for regional support. Now, I've rated Wise's customer service a 9 out of 10, while XE also scored the same at 9 out of 10. XE gained points for their round-the-clock phone support and multiple language services. So round 4 is a draw. Despite my high overall rating, with both having solid reputation and high Trustpilot scores, neither option is perfect. Both services have limitations in availability. If you're in countries like Afghanistan or Russia, you won't be able to use Wise. Similarly, XE doesn't serve all countries, with restrictions in certain regions due to regulatory requirements. These two companies struggle with different issues though. Wise has earned a reputation for their strict account usage. They'll freeze or completely shut down accounts at the first sign of anything unusual, which can be a major headache if you're relying on them for your finances. This appears as their most frequent complaint on Trustpilot. I've been through their verification process myself, and while a little bit frustrating, providing the requested documents cleared things up for me right away. So I wouldn't worry too much if you're not doing anything shady. XE's weak point is their limited banking features. Despite offering in-depth currency information and competitive transfer rates, they don't provide everyday banking features like Wise does. This means you can't hold multiple currencies, spend directly from your account, or receive payments to local bank details in different countries. For some users, this means having to use XE alongside other banking services, which can be inconvenient. So the final tally gives Wise 9 points overall and XE 8 points. While XE stands out for their currency information tools and 24/7 global support, Wise is the clear winner with better multi-currency account features and a more transparent pricing and lower fees. So who should you choose? I wholeheartedly recommend going with Wise. I've used them for over 7 years myself with no problems at all. And if you want help in setting up and using Wise, you can click on this video next for a full tutorial on Wise.